Okay, so let's go back to our coding. So what we want to add next is the image, right? We want to add an image view here to show the poster. So we have the image view. We add the image view here. Let me try to make it one smaller. Say 80 by 80. Okay. And then we create the outlet for the image, right? This one move to automatic, and then we control and drag the image here, and we say this one the poster image. Okay, we create the outlet for this one called poster image, and go back to our code. What we want to do is, I don't know what happened with this one. I check it out later. So what we want is we would like to have something like cell, and then the poster image. Why it's not autocomplete for me? You see this one, we haven't saved this file. It's still dark. It means that we haven't saved that one. It not show up in the autocomplete. So you go back to the movie cell and we save this one, and it should be, see, it show up in the autocomplete. So we want to have the poster image, and then we would like to set the image for this one. So we would like we will have the image URL, right? If we go back to the API result, we see we had the poster path here, but it's not the full path. It's just it's just a component of the URL. We need to have the base URL as well. And if we go back to the assignment and you scroll down, okay, here you will see the movie database API. The movie poster is available by appending what we get from the API result with this one. So I just copy this one. Let me try. I copy this one and I append with this poster path. So hey, a double slash here, and then I should have the full URL for the image. Okay, so we had the image, right? So we will save this one at the base URL. So I create another variable. I call base URL. Okay, and then we will create a URL here, less poster URL string. It will be the base URL, and then I append this base URL with the movie, and then index path dot row, and then what we want to get is the poster path, right? Okay, we want this one, the poster path. Okay, I cast this one into string. Okay, so we had the poster URL here. What we want is we want to set the image for the poster image from this URL. Unfortunately, Xcode doesn't provide us any function with that one. So we need to add another function from the third-party library. So now I will introduce with you what do we call the third-party library. So just comment this one for now. Let's go back to this one. So what the third-party library I want to introduce is we call the CocoaBot. So CocoaBot is like the library that people build, open source, and people build the library for us to use. So to be able to use this one, the CocoaBot, there are a few things we need to do the setup. So the first one is we need to install the bot in your machine. This is one-time build. Only install one for your whole life. You don't need to install like for every single project. Just install it one. Later it may ask you to update or something, but just need to install that one. So copy this one. By the way, you can go to Google and search for the CocoaBot, or just go directly to this link, cocoabot.org, and then go to your terminal and then install this one. I already installed that. It's only available on my machine, so I'm not going to install anymore. It will take some time. And then after you install that bot, then you go to your the folder. So we need to do the bot init. Okay, so after you install the bot, you do the bot init. Sorry, I'm on the wrong folder. I should be in the parent folder. Okay, so you only can able to do the bot init in the folder that had the Sco project. So it had the Sco project here. I do the bot init. Okay, you see it's create for me the bot file. If we see we list on the file, we create one more file for me. It say the bot file. So what do we have in the bot file? Let's try to open this one. So it say we have something like we would like to have the platform up to iOS in iOS 9, and we use the framework, and this is here we want where we want to add the bot we want to use in our project. So what is the bot? The bot is the library that people build for you. So for our purpose that we want to have some function that display the image into the image view with the URL, right? So I introduce you the AFNetworking. Just so this one is able to show the network here working. Am I still connect? Never mind. You can get it from GitHub as well. So search for the AFNetworking. A very slow connection. Okay, we get here. So the AFNetworking it provides some of the function to interact with the network, and it will have one function we want. So go ahead and install AFNetworking. So it here, so we just copy this one, the bot AFNetworking, and put it under the target. So similar to what we have in this one. So put it under the bot for movie app. So I go ahead and modify this one. I put the bot here, and then I say this one. Oh, you also need to uncomment this one. The first slide, the platform is say uncomment this slide to define a global platform for your project. So just go ahead and uncomment this one, and then say the file. So after I had the bot file, next one we need to do is bot install. It also show you how to install the bot here. So if you go to the GitHub for AFNetworking, so I do the bot install, and it will start download the AFNetworking, and it will build the bot into our project. So after we finish that one, it say what I say here. Please close any current Sco. And now from now on, we don't use the Sco project anymore. We don't open this one anymore. We want to open the Sco workspace. The workspace will include your project and also your bot. Okay. So after you do the bot install, it will create the bot folder and the Sco workspace for you. So it asked me to close this one and then open the Sco workspace. So from now on, we use the Sco workspace. So as you see from Sco workspace, it has another folder called bot. You see, we just install the AFNetworking, and then for movie app, let's go back to this one. Hey, this one should go under the movie app. Don't stay there. Okay. Okay. So first thing we need to do is import the AF. Why it's not autocomplete? Okay, the reason it's not autocomplete is we add this bot, but we had never built the bot into our project. So we need to clean the code and build the code again, and it will able to show the right now this one so doesn't understand what is the AFNetworking. So we need to build the code again. Okay, it say build successfully. So now it's only understand your AF networking. Okay, after we import the AF networking, then go here. So what we want? What we want is we had a poster image, and then we want, after we compile the AF networking into your project, we were able to set the image with URL. This is the function we just got after we install the AF networking. Okay, so we use this one and it will request a URL, right? So we had a NS URL, and then we would like to create an NS URL from the string, and the string is the poster path URL string. Okay, and just make Esco happy, and then I try to run it to see. No, sorry, I just stopped my Esco, that's why it return to iPhone 6s by default. It's way a while for it to load, so everyone can follow, right? You're able to get the CocoaBot on your, not yet. Yeah, maybe you want to try it at home. It's very slow connection here.
Yeah.
It will download a bunch of things and install on your Mac. So very slow connection. Is it still running?
Yeah, still.
Oh, I didn't print anything out. Seriously? Yes, no. I try to reload this page. Still can, but I don't know. I will quit everything and then make it run on itself. We will continue to code and come back to that one later. Okay, I open the app. Oh, it's okay, cool. Okay, so now you see we had a picture. Cool, right? We're able to load the picture, and then next step, what we want to do, we want to build the detail page. So when we click on a cell, it goes to the detail page, and it shows a bigger poster and then the more information on that one. So let's go back to our main storyboard, and there one important thing I want to show you. As we see here, the base URL, the base URL is the HTTPS, right? What if I remove the S and then it's only had HTTP? HTTPS means that connection is secure, it is encrypted, it is secure. But not all the time the API return to you something like secure connection. What if it just return to you something like HTTP? It's still able, Chrome still able to load this one, right? But what if from our app, right? So we just check on Chrome, right? It's still able to work. But if like later we work on some other API, it not return to you the secure connection. It just return the normal connection like HTTP. And then if we run this one, let's see what happened. I don't want to see a blank. Come on. Okay. Something wrong here, right? It doesn't load the image for me. Everything else still okay, but it doesn't load the image for me. And it say the app transport security had blocked. Like, so Esco doesn't want to load everything like unsecure. It wants everything to be secure. So it blocked us from loading the image from unsecure source. HTTP is not okay to load, so it stopped it. Then what we need to do? Then if you go back to the assignment page and then go to the troubleshooting tip, you will see here how we are going to disable that one. Disable that feature from Xcode to allow us to load from the unsecure connection. So we go to this one. It will ask you to add the exception for Xcode. You can either add the exception for your app only. No, not the app. That's for the specific link only, or you want to add the exception for everything, meaning whatever the link you will able to add to load from that link. So it will add you to add this one into the info.b list. So ns allow arbitrary load. I copy this one and I go to the info.b list. So here we have the info.b list. We will add another key. This one called no wrong one. That's one later. We need to add the ns app transport security first. Okay, we add this one, and then under this one we will add like it's called ns. What does it say? It say ns allow arbitrary load, meaning anything. You will disable that feature from Xcode. You just want to add anything. Okay, go back to this one and we add that in, and the value for this one is the boolean right, and then we want this set this one to yes. Okay, and then we save this one and we run. It's still blocked. I add something wrong. Huh? Oh, wrong one. This one should be under this one, right? Yeah, allow arbitrary load, and then this one. So this one I wrongly added. Just remove it. Okay. So Xcode should not complain anymore at this moment. And then whatever the link we give it, it's still low, right? Okay. So later if you encounter this error, you know how to fix it. Okay, so let's go back. So we want to build the detail page, right? Let me just remove this one. I add another view controller. Right, we want to add the detail view controller, and this is the size. I set the size for this one should be 4.7 inch as well, maybe bigger. And what we want to display on this detail, so we have another image view. This is the poster, right? So the poster should be very big. Okay, and I also add the overview, or sorry, the label. So also make this one very big. We want to show the full text of the overview. Again, we change this one to 0 to make it multiple line and make the font smaller. Okay, what we want to do next? Create a class for this one, right? So same thing. Go to create a new file. The cocotot class underscore, and then this one is inherit from the UI view controller, and I call this one detail view controller. Okay, and create a file. Okay, go back to the main storyboard, go to the view controller and change the class for this one to the detail view controller, which we just created. Okay, what next? Create the outlet for the image view and the overview, right? So open this one, and I create the this one, what, poster image, and overview label, right? Okay, Okay, so now what we want is when we click on a cell, it will go to this detail page, right? So you select the cell. Okay, make sure you select the cell, and under the table view select the cell, and then you control and drag the cell to the detail view controller. Okay, so the action we just create is we create a segue. Segue is the connection from one view controller to another view controller. We want to go from one screen to another screen. This one we only build in the setting page for the tip calculator, right? So when we build a segue, it will show three options: boost, model, and custom. Boost mean what? Boost mean like when you tap on something, the next screen will go from the right to the left, and it show from the right to the left. If you select a model, it will go from the bottom and it's going up. Custom is you want to create like the custom transition. That's one we will learn later, how to build some custom transition to make your app unique. Okay, so now let's say we try push. Push means what? It go from right to the left. But if you want to use push, there's one thing we must do. We must embed the first view controller into the navigation controller. So when we embed this one into the navigation controller, it will show a navigation bar here. So you can set the title for this one here, like it says movie app. Okay, and then when we select this one, it had the option to when we go to the net view controller, it will show the button here. It says back, and then we can click on that back to go back to your main view controller. When you go back from the second view controller to the first view controller, you have that option. You will learn some more command to go back, but never create the segue from the second view controller to go back to first view controller. I see some of the pre-work. Some people try to create the segue from the second view controller to go back to the first one. That's not the right one. Okay, you still can go back, but it's actually called a stack of the view controller. It create a new view controller of the first view controller to stack on the second one. What we want is to remove the second view controller and go back to the first one, not to create another first one to put on top of the second one. Okay, so don't try to create a segue from the second to the one. Okay, to the first one. Okay. Okay, let's try to see if we able to tap on a cell and then we go to the detail view controller. For now, the detail view controller should be empty. We haven't shown anything there. Okay, so if we tap on a cell, see, it go to the next page and it say the label here. We haven't loaded image, we haven't loaded information. So just go back. Okay, so now we want to transfer some of the information from the first view to the second view, right? And go back to our movie view controller. We see Esco already created one of the code for you here. It's called prepare for segue. So if I uncomment this code, prepare for segue means this code will be executed right before the segue execute. Meaning if you just tap on the cell, it will prepare everything here before it go to the next page, right? So in here we want to set the what we want to transfer to next page, the image URL and then the overview, right? I need to go here and then we create some variable here. So let the image like poster URL string. This one we want a string, right? And then the overview, right? That overview. This is another string. So we use the exclamation mark to say that this will be never new. We know for sure we will transfer something to this one. It will be never be new. No. No. Yeah, empty string. Okay, try to to create some empty string for now. Okay, and then go back to this one. In the prepare for segway, we will like net. I define the net view controller will be the segway dot destination view controller. Okay, and then I cast this one into the next view controller. Next view controller will be what? The detail view controller, right? Okay, I got this one into the detail view controller. I haven't saved this one. I need to save it so that I will able to use the autocomplete. So I set the next view controller dot what the overview, right? I will set the overview. But what should I set here? I need to somehow get the overview of the cell I'm tapping on it, right? So let's say let index path equal to table view, and then we have one function here. It say index path for selected row. Okay, so I know that one. Which is the row I'm tapping on it, and then I will get the overview. Is the movie. It should have here. Okay, I just copy this one. Okay, and I just pass this overview to the next controller overview. This one is in that part. Don't complain. Okay, then I do the same thing for the URL string, right? So just copy the same thing for the poster path. Oh no, actually we need to append this one to the base URL as well. This one change to in that part. Okay, so the net view controller, and I set the overview to what do I say? Change that to var. Oh, this one I need to change to. Hey, not this one. Net view controller. Of overview, and I set this one to be the overview here, right? And then next view controller dot whatever the poster string equal to URL string. Okay, then we need to go to the detail view controller. Then in the view did load, you need to load the information, right? And same thing, we need to import the AFNetworking. So now you see it auto complete for me because we only compile the AFNetworking. So here we what? Yes, need to change this one to var. And then image. No, it's not image. What is it? Poster image, and then set image with URL. Right, same thing. And then this one, we want a string, and we pass in the poster URL string. And then for the overview label test, and I pass in the overview. Okay, is something wrong? Okay. Hey, fit it. Still no. Where the error? Movie view controller on top. Huh? Alright. Did I change something? Okay, so now you have a list of movie, and when you tap on a cell, you have a full picture, full poster of the movie and the overview. So that basically the app. So later when you do the assignment, you will want to like add more feature on your app, add more information you want to show. This is just some basic one. You may want to add like the year or the rating or whatever you want to add in your app. Okay, so any question for this one? Yes.
In a table view, there's a delegate this select cell for row at inbound. Right?
This select cell, yep.
So what is the difference with the prepare for sequence?
Actually, there are two ways you can create a sequence. This I just show you one way, meaning I drag the sequence directly from the cell, right? If I drag the sequence from here, from the view controller, from this view controller to this view controller, I can also go there, but then when I drag from here, I need to know when I click on the table, so it will have, you say like table view and this select row at in that part, right? Yeah, when we use that sequence, we need to something here we need to call the function called perform sequence with identifier. We need to set the identifier for sequence, and then we need to manually call this sequence. You need to call the S code to perform that sequence for you. If I drag directly from the table cell to the next page, then I don't need to do this step, right? You can later you can try both. If you want to use this one, we remember to call the perform sequence with identifier. So it still do every time. It still do the prepare for sequence, then it will execute this code for you. Okay. So that's basically the first session. One last thing. I just show this one to you, the instruction how to submit the assignment. So it here submission instruction. We create a GIF for that one. So basically you will see the submit button here, and then just click on that one. It will have some page for you to base in your repo, your GIF, and how many hours it took you to do the session something. Okay. Last thing. Remember next Thursday we not meet here but in the Mingo office 55 Nam Kỳ khởi nghiệp. Okay. So we had 3 minutes. I would like to do some wrap up for what we have learned today. So we have learned the table view. What we need to do when we set up our table views, like table view.delegate and then table view.data source, and how you make the S code happy when it say that the view controller is not confirmed with the protocol from the data source or the delegate. You need to go there and copy some of the required protocol to implement those protocol. There are two required protocol for table view. We need the number of row in session and then the cell for row at in that path. So that's two. And then we also learn how to create a network to get the result from API, right? And how to use the third-party library like the CocoaBot. That's one later we will use a lot. People create bunch of fancy stuff for you to use already. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. We can reuse the code that people already implemented. And the sequence. So two ways to implement the sequence, and then how to pass the data from one view controller to the second view controller. Right. This one we pass data from the main view controller to the next one. Next week we will learn how to do the reverse way. How to pass data from the second view controller to the first view controller. In the tip calculator, we learn one way, which is we use in the NS user default to save the data and go back and reload that one. But in the second week, we will learn another way to pass the data. Okay, so next Thursday we will go on with the lab, and for now we can start to review the information, what I just saw in the class, and can start to do your assignment. If any questions, so feel free to post your question on Slack or Facebook. Yes.
Where can we review the class? Like, if we want to see it again, on GitHub or?
The video of the class,
Yeah, yes.
I will try to post tonight, depend on the network connection. Recently the network connection is very poor at my home. I don't know if everyone experienced the same thing. But yeah.